Friends, at the outset, we will all congratulate Rachit Raj for having come out in flying colors, third rank All India. And on behalf of all of you, I welcome him here. And Mr. Rachit Raj, in fact, has made it in his first attempt. That also he has got the highest marks in the written. In the written examination, even without the interview marks, even he could have got a service. Without even if they put in the interview also, he could have got a service. And in the first attempt, simultaneously, he also got in forest service also 23rd rank. He has got the highest marks in ethics and attitude. There is one paper where they introduce ethics and attitude. So now, briefly, I will just touch upon as what we do and about the civil services. I will not take much time because he is a person who has recently got through. It will be apt. He talks more at length about how he prepared and all, and share some of his thoughts and experiences about this examination and what it has got in store. As far as civil services are concerned, I also got through in 1983. I was in service till 2004. Till I started this Excel Career India. As such, you don't need a born intelligence or very big genius, or you should be a topper from the first standard. Above average will do. This is a misconception many of the people have, that as far as civil services, in the sense you should be a topper from the beginning and all. Because I have come across many students, because I have been also teaching our institution for the past 10 years. Many people above average have made it. Either it is Mir Muhammad Ali, who had even arrears in his Crescent Engineering College. He got also 52nd rank. And there are many people like that. What you need is only some good techniques, strategies, planning. And once when you know what is the pattern of the examination, in the preliminary, in the main stage, and for the interview, after that what it needs is only constant hard work in a focused way. That is what many people will lack. That is the only mantra of this secret of this success, formula for this. Because as such what happens is 5.5 lakh people apply every year according to the UPSC statistics. 2.5 lakh people only appear in the examination. Out of that, I was sharing with him in the car. He also agreed, because I used to ask every person who gets through recently, because I all got through the exam 3 decades back. Oddly, 25,000 people will be there from Kanyakumari to Kashmir who are the hardcore competitors. In that, coming in 16,000 in the main examination is not a very big deal. Okay. Once when you know what is the pattern of the examination. And as such, the government now shifted such a pattern in a pragmatic way, in a practical way. They don't ask factual questions. They don't ask bookish questions. They don't test your memory. They don't want you to memorize and then go and pour there. What they ask is they test your analytical abilities. Everything is application oriented. The practical in the sense, what are the common problems for the citizens in the country? Let it be the water woes, or about the infrastructure, or power, or about global warming, or new state formation, crime against women, or even our relations with other countries, why we are not able to link the rivers, why we are not able to get sanitation for all, our poverty, our inflation, why our agriculture is doing bad. All these kinds of things only, as a future civil servant, what are the government policies and programs for it, and what all you are supposed to know, how our constitution has worked, what are the various phases of Indian economic development. These are the ones which they expect you to do, and not fully from the books or anything. And as such, for this examination, you need only 3 kinds of things, your mental makeup. That is a traits of personality which you develop. Number 1 is, intense passion or love for the country. Because all the questions relate to our own country. Our own rich culture, history and culture, our unity out of diversity, and our own various phases of Indian economic development, our geography, and how our Indian constitution has worked, whether it was able to lift the masses, whether it has worked the vision of our constitutional makers, and about our own freedom, how we got the national movement, our social reform movements, our developments in science, technology, defense, space. These are the things which they ask. Once when you have that kind of a love for the country, all these things like music, it go in your mind. you need not memorize, because something, which touches our emotional chord, it always stays strong in the mind. So you need not memorize. Music we never memorize, correct? That kind of a passion or love which is necessary. That is why I used to tell many of our students that whenever you sit for civil services, you begin with Jawaharlal Nehru's Discovery of India. Because a person, as a statesman, there are several people right from Ramachandra Guha, Bipin Chandra, so many stalwarts have written about history of India, Romila Thapar, so and so. But nobody has been able to write like Jawaharlal Nehru, where in 1,000 pages out of the ink from the jail, he poured all his emotions. So such an attachment to the country which is called for. When I told about this, Shah Faisal, he came last year for the Gravitas year. He told me, sir, you read Discovery of India. I also read Glimpses of World History, the letters which he wrote for Indira Gandhi as a child, giving the complete glimpses of the world history. He told, I had the passion, I had the language, command, everything, after reading only the glimpses of world history. So such a passion is what is called for. Number two is, as far as I also shared with him when I was driving down from Chennai, 60% is only the academic studies, 60% is only your book studies or anything, 40% is that kind of a faith, that kind of a self-trust, that kind of a walking like a winner from the beginning. That is what is essential, because once when you have all that, it reflects well, it sinks in. In fear and doubt you read also, nothing goes off, correct? So that kind of a faith in yourself is necessary. That is for this examination mainly, and also developing your traits all along for a period of 1 year. 1 year is more than enough even for preparing for this exam. That is, you are developing your personality like that, you are being articulate with others, being articulate in discussing, in conversation, also in writing skills. Writing skills